creative stuff they want to do with you just to get the ball into your hands?
Yeah, seriously, yeah. Me and Coach Day, we not try to dive too much into it, but we definitely been talking about it, talking about what we see, what I should be doing, and how he's going to be using me in all different type of ways. I mean, nowadays, football's just being so creative. It's just expanding. So we're just going into that new wave of football, and which I feel like that's the direction I want to put my game in. I feel like they're going to use me real well, like they did last year, and definitely try to get the ball in my hands, to help the team.
Is all that pre-snap motion tiring though? You did all that pre-snap, and you get the ball, now you got to go run.
Yeah, I mean, I do it in practice, all day. So by the game, I try not to think about it.
Jaxon, when you were coming out of the backfield, is that something that you guys just put in before the Rose Bowl, or had you had some of that all year?
Oh no, we started adding it in a little bit towards the end of the year. I don't know. I think the first time I lined up in the backfield was against Purdue, actually. Against Purdue, and then we just started building from there. Started adding. I didn't get to after Purdue or team up north. I lined up and then motioned out and stuff like that. I got the ball in the Rose Bowl from the backfield a lot. We put that in. Make sure that was an emphasis for sure.
Is that a big adjustment for a receiver? We talked about slot, playing outside. Different vantage point for you back there?
Is it different for me? Not really. Just the way I came up down in my high school at Rockwall, I was quarterback, running back, receiver, all that stuff. So I just try to. I try to not put any limit on me, and the coaching staff do a great job of that. And if you continue to make plays, then we can continue to open it up. And that's just what I'm trying to do.
It seems like getting you on a linebacker might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Do you still see that new wave game and the pre-snap motion as being a role next year, or do you think you'll grow into something else?
I think both, honestly. I mean, we're going to use as much as we can, honestly. The pre-snap motion and motions, that's all great. And Coach Day, like I said, does a great job of just putting everything, mixing everything that we can do. And so I just got to execute and whatever they want me to do.
Some Ohio State fans may be a bit concerned. With all the talent leaving the wide receiver room. What can you say about those stepping into the shoes of Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, and some of those others?
It's just a new wave now. A group of receivers, of course, and I'm excited. I know they're excited. It's just next man up, honestly. And I know my guys are up for the challenge, and they're great players. And I know they're ready. There's a lot of players that's in Zone 6 going to have a big year this year.
Do you have an expectation of where you'll likely be, whether it's slot, outside, some of both?
I think I'll be mixing it up this year. I think I'll be moving around a lot. Mostly probably inside, a little bit of outside for sure. Played a little bit in the Rose Bowl. I'm definitely excited to get on the outside and get some one-on-one opportunities, hopefully. With some corners. I feel like that's a piece of my game that I'm ready to show also this year.
Have they talked about kind of why they want to do that with you? Is it primarily to get other guys in the field to give defense just different looks with you? Have they kind of talked about why they want to move you around a little bit? Is that because they want to kind of give defenses different ways they have to guard you? Is it to get other guys in the field? What's kind of like the thought behind that?
Yeah, I mean, just all those things really combine, honestly. Just we got a deep room, so we can put anywhere. We can really put anybody anywhere, and for me to be able to adjust is going to be a big deal for all of us. To adjust to new positions everywhere. It's going to be a big deal, and we're all excited about that. So we can showcase all of our talents in different ways, being on the outside or inside or wherever they are.
Do you kind of expect defenses will probably command more attention when they're preparing for Ohio State?
Honestly, I would expect that.
For kind of a pretty good year.
Yeah, I would expect so.
And you mentioned you're kind of excited to maybe show some of your skills on the outside against a corner like that. What's for you primarily the biggest difference when you're playing the slot versus when you lined up outside at times a little bit?
you're just on an island. It's man versus man. Beat them most of the time. I mean, you're not always gonna get man, but you get more of it. You get one-on-one matchups, which I like, which I think I'm pretty good at also. And like I said, I'm just ready to showcase that I can do that at an elite level too.
How much input do you have on the creative ways they might be able to use you? Like, is there any kind of give and take with Coach Hart or Coach Day? Like, hey, I saw this, I like this, can we try this?
Right. They definitely given me like more freedom. I feel like CJ also. If CJ sees something, he tells me, hey, like maybe sometimes you need to do this or go inside. Little stuff like that, which is a big part of me getting open and making plays. So just having all our brains together, sitting down and just talking about new ways we can be creative is huge for us. It's a reason why we're successful a lot of the times. Just being on the same page, knowing I could do a lot of different stuff, but just being ready for all of that. Really.
Do you like that part of it? Just sort of like talking out ideas and talking ball rather than just always being out here just playing.
I mean, I think to be a good receiver, you have to be like real creative, and that's where we're moving to. Just being creative, not being robotic, so to say. Just 12-yard in. I mean, it's hard to guard when you're pushing or doing a lot of other stuff, and I think that's one of the key things that we do well.
Did you do any of that at Rockwall too? I feel like you had a lot of freedom there too.
Yeah, right? For sure. And that's where it started really. Our coaching staff there did a great job just moving me everywhere because I was getting double and triple teamed, and so it started there, and hopefully I can just keep doing it.
What the most creative way coaches tried to get you the ball?
You said what?
What's the most creative route that you've ever ran?
Creative route.
Whether it's here, whether it's in high school, what's the most creative thing that somebody has come up with just to get the ball in Jackson's hands?
The most creative thing probably is just when they say run a certain distance and you can do whatever. You can break in, break out, go up, go down. Just when they give me the opportunity to be free is honestly like when I'm the most creative. And CJ, he somehow know where I'm gonna be, and he's a great quarterback, so he just puts it on me. So makes it pretty easy for sure.
How often do they give you those option routes?
I wouldn't say pretty often, but we did a lot last year, and we completed a lot of option routes a lot last year. So I'm pretty sure we'll keep going in that direction, of course, because it's kind of hard when if I don't know where I'm going, how he gonna know where I'm going? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where we're building.
What's the key to that? Just reading leverage, or?
Yes, exactly. Leverage, of course. There's a lot of little stuff that goes into that. Just giving someone something and just seeing how DBs react to how I'm moving is honestly how I pick and choose.
Jaxon, when you've broken all the records that you did last year, how do you build on that? How do you get even better this year?
That's a great question. Really just bigger goals that I set for myself, honestly, individually and team, because my number one goal is to win the national championship, honestly. So, and for me to do that, I'm going to have to step up even more. So, I mean, that's my challenge for me is how can I step up even more, be a leader to these young guys, and see if we can make a run at the Natty this year for sure.
Is there any particular area in which you are looking to improve this offseason where you feel like you can't get to the next level?
Offseason, it's really been the same in all my years is, get bigger, faster, stronger, of course, and just try to improve in all areas of my game because, I'm not where I want to be. I feel like my ceiling is way higher. I feel like I can get way better in all aspects of the game, learning in the film room, outside, seeing what I see, pre-snap, post-snap. And, that's just what I can build on, just get smarter in the game, and I know it'll just keep coming easier from me, hopefully.
How much bigger?
Go ahead.
You said you want to get bigger. Have you added any weight or?
I actually did my DEXA scan and stuff like that. I lost some fat, gained some muscle this spring, so I'm headed in the right direction. I just want to keep going in the right direction. I feel great. My body feels good. I'm thankful to the Lord. Yeah, and I feel faster. I feel stronger, and you know I'm gonna keep building that into the summer until we get to the game.
What are you at now?
I'm at 198 right now. Yeah.
And how's your thumb?
Oh, my thumb's good. Yeah, just a little extra support. I like to just need some extra grip, I guess. So.
Jaxon, do you find that Travion tries to school you guys on his stock and business kind of acumen?
School us? What you mean by that?
Just trying to bring you up to speed. Like he's saving, he's buying stock now.
Right.
Now he's sort of into real estate.
Right.
He's forward thinking, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Great. I'm happy for Trey. Yeah. Honestly, there's a lot of guys that are building and doing that type of stuff. Me personally, I have a great team that I talk to on a weekly basis. Just about that stuff, just a little bit, just learning in that aspect of the game, learning, in that aspects of life. So yeah, I have a great team, I have a great support system. So yeah, we're taking care of all.
So you're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Jaxon,
Yes,
hey Jaxon, when you were talking about the creativity of the offense, and I mean, there's been a lot of talk about versatility. You've probably already been asked about this, but whether it's moving from the slot or the outside and things like that. But I'm curious about how valuable it is to kind of see that whole picture of what the offense can look like, what you guys can do, and even if you're not in one spot, say what Marvin's going to do, what Emeka can do.
Exactly.
How valuable is that?
It's very valuable. Just like last year, we bring in great guys that are going to be next to me. So you can key if you want to key in on me. You're gonna. You gotta deal with other guys. It feels good that I'm not just a threat out there, and. So like when we're in practice, we see the vision. We're not there yet. We know that we can, our standard is really high, which is a good thing. So.
Do you feel like I don't know? Is that something that you can take into say the next step of your career?
Yes.
How something that can separate you, that versatility for say the professional teams looking at you.
Exactly.
Is that something you can just kind of add to your resume, or?
Yeah, exactly, and that's something I want to build on, of course. And we all think we I'm not where I want to be right now.
Yeah.
I feel like like I said, my ceiling, I can still get better in all aspects of the game, and that's just a big aspect I can get.
Talk about
get
those
better
other
on.
weapons. Cam Babb is one of them that we've been waiting 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Last summer, I was out here for one of the recruiting camps talking to CJ about his first year as a quarterback and what it was going to take for him to get to where he wanted to be. And we were talking about Garrett and Chris and you, and he said that the best receiver on the team was Cameron Babb.
Yeah.
This was before the latest injury, and he said that Cameron was going to win the Blitnikoff.
Yeah.
Is that a fair assessment / expectation based on what you've seen out of him when he's actually going?
Yes, Cam. Yeah, Cam. He has all the tools when we're out there, and he's just an explosive player. Just when he's out there, he's just an explosive player, great player, and we're all waiting to see him, get out there, I just can't wait to see him play. Honestly, I know. I don't want to talk about it too much because I know when he gets out there, he's everything, that's said, all the answers will be answered.
How emotional is it for you guys as a group to see him, everything he's gone through?
Yeah.
So, some guys like yourself, Garrett, it almost looks easy, right? Mm-hmm. Then you see someone who's had to persevere everything he's had to persevere through.
Yeah.
What do you gain from someone like that as a teammate?
Honestly, he just has, all of our respects, and we just know how bad he wants it and how much he works. So for me to come in and not want to work and not be on the same level as Cam Babb, even though, back in when he was injured, to see him, just to know how much he wants it, that pushes all of us. And, he's a great leader for us, and, he's been making big plays already this spring. Every time when he comes back and he's making big plays. So, we're just praying that we all stay healthy and, we can all, contribute into a national championship.
Is there a big play that comes to mind that he's made?
Yesterday he ran an out route. He caught the ball and just floated in the air as a DB came under him, and he just got up high, reached for it, and was just floating in the air. Just crazy athleticism. He's a crazy athletic person, and that's what I feel like is one of his best traits to this game.
He defies gravity is what you're trying to say.
Defies gravity. He's fast, physical. He got all the tools, and he's a great leader also. So we're excited for him to be back, happy for him, ready for him, to suit up.
Compared to this time a year ago, what is different about Marvin Harrison Jr.? What have you seen improve? As he said, he hadn't really gained a lot of weight, but he's gotten more swollen.
Right.
Whatever. Yeah. What have you seen just improve about him?
Yeah, I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr., I mean, he's a worker. His ceiling's so high, and he just gets better every day. He's a competitor. He comes out here and just tries to win every battle. So he has nothing. I mean, there's nothing else you can do besides that. He's here, almost every day after hours just working, and his ceiling's high, and Marvin's been making plays ever since he got here. So for him to continue that, his everyday consistency is just, for him to do that is what blows my mind, and these guys keep me on my toes, so we make sure we all got to bring it.
You have as novel a name as I've ever noticed, Jaxon Smith-Njigba.
Mm-hmm.
He's Marvin Harrison Jr.
Mm-hmm. What marvelous. That's
what
I call him.
What kind of weight is that for a young man to follow? As I told him, he's a taller, maybe faster, but bigger version of his dad. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But what kind of weight do you think that is to carry?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm sure. I know he wants to live up, to all of that. But he's riding his own path, of course, and he's going to do great here and the next level. And we're all excited. I mean, his dad was a Hall of Famer, one of the best ever to do it. So he's had that example, and I feel like he's used that, in his advantage. That makes him so good, and just not trying to think about that, just trying to think of how that could help you succeed. I feel like that's his mindset, not him trying to live up,
yes,
to him. Exactly.
Have you met him? Have you met his dad?
I have not met him personally, but hopefully. I actually told Marvin yesterday when we were running routes last night that he needs to come talk to us. So if you're watching this, come talk to us.
Jaxon, the evolution that you'll have to go through this spring and into the fall to prepare for a slightly different role, can you help us define what that is?
Yeah.
I mean, not exactly playing a completely different position than what you played in past season, but also there's some nuance that might be different. Can you explain what that is?
Yeah. The biggest thing for me is just I'm trying to be more vocal. And just coming out here and practice every single day, just like the older guys did, and work, my tail off every day, every rep for the young guys, and just to get better. I mean, I'm blessed with this opportunity, to lead these guys, every day. So, I'm just real blessed.
Positionally,
yeah.
Is there something that you'll have to change in your toolkit, if you will?
I wouldn't necessarily change, but my mindset is I want to get better at everything I did last season. Just tweak it, level up, just 1 or 2 notches, and I think I'll be playing a little bit more outside, so I have an opportunity, to get those one-on-one chances, and and do what I do.
But it's fascinating though when you come from a situation where you had 2 first-rounders essentially playing with you, and you still got the ball a ton.
Right. Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? Like that's an interesting dynamic. And then when you move to that position where, you're going to be the first guy to get attention, are you saying that basically that is you're going to have to defeat coverage maybe in a different way?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure more eyes will be on me, honestly. But when guys leave, new guys come in, and we have great guys on the outside. So yeah, if you want to do that, then you got to prepare for Marvin Harrison Jr., Julian Fleming, Emeka, and Cam Babb, and all those guys. So I mean, I feel like we have the advantage every week. So I mean, whatever happens, happens.
How much time outside have you gotten in practice so far?
You said what?
Have you gotten much time outside in practice this week?
Oh yes, sir. I got a little bit in the Rose Bowl too. a little bit. I played an outside a little bit, so we were just building from there. So yeah.
Hey, Jaxon, I heard Brandon Marshall, former star NFL receiver, say on a podcast recently when he was in college at UCF that he was working on getting 2 feet in bounds even in college. Is that something that you guys work on, you specifically, or even working on right now?
Yes, I'm definitely trying to transition into that, into those 2 feet. I'm excited to do that, but yeah, we're working on it. Just because, it's just, just good for just to be a receiver, just, to get 2 feet down and stuff like that. But yeah, it'll be fun.
Is that something Coach Hartline has been teaching, like, since you guys?
Yeah, I remember last year, like Garrett and Chris, like, hey, y'all gotta get 2 feet down. So yeah, so we're all, especially, I think me, I'm trying to, move towards that too.
All right, we'll get you out of here. Jaxon, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Minister.